Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, Reser Stadium, home to the Beavers, and you better get used to the sound of chainsaws as the fans here have been ready for this clash since early this morning. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. As we'll see, the Arizona State Sun Devils taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Beavers will kick it away to start. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So Arizona State's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him, I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too, I swear. When you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Turns it loose deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Most statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Johnson looking to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball. Close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They'll leave it with him. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Carr. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Finds a crease at the 20. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Beavers are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Moves around to clear up the vision. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
They're trying to get to it. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there. They're pinning their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Johnson wants to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. No good. Penalty marker on the field, and the kicker's going to get another go at it. This time a little closer.
Defense.
You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a first down. The run from the shotgun. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Got his man on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, it looked like that might be the first touchdown of the game, but what a great job by the defender, seeing the football and swatting it away.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Between the uprights, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Right back to him on the ground. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback adapted. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack in the 20.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. At the 20, he's got space. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Black. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
It's caught downfield. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offense.
He'll take the deep shot. Reels it in down the left side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
They'll leave it with the lone back. On the move at the 30. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, picked off. Touchdown, Oregon State. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Wants to throw on second down. Fires to the big fella. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Makes his connection. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Got it in the middle, it's Black. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Sun Devils with the 1st and 10.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Fires into the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with wins. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
Trying to convert this 2nd and short. Johnson looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sun Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the 2nd half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the 2nd half, this could be a much different looking football game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught over the middle, it's Anderson. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catches, plenty to give him a 1st down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to make some adjustments.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Johnson wants to throw it. He'll take a deep shot here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Give to Brown. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Sun Devils come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 3rd. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. From the gun, the ground game. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Connection to the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for him.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Johnson looking to throw. He'll take a shot. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best player.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
He's just Johnny on the spot. And now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes. And he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They'll try the run. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Johnson wants to throw it. On a little time, lets it go. He's got his man. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. And the Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Got some room headed to the goal line. He just broke the century mark. 100 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all. Touchdown, Oregon State! And the pummeling has started.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's shown it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Got his man down the middle. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else in the ball.
They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the...
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
A strike downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Had a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Trying to find his man on first down. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Second down coming up in this red zone opportunity. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Leaves it with the running back. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. And the Sun Devils are threatening on first and goal.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This offense hasn't been able to find the end zone with the GPS and a slide rule. Can they finally get a touchdown on third and goal? Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Good, solid tackle.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Johnson looking to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Beavers racing to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's going to take off. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running this.
And he breaks into the open. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in. And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Offense gets set for second down. Johnson wants to throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target, and then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Beaver! They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Oregon State, 31.
Looking for blockers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on.
Nothing but green ahead. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Good enough for a 1st down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. The quick out. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
Throw is incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and goal to go.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's Brown. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Motion from the offense. The snap sets up the throw. Now adjusting. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
First down here for the offense. Sends it downfield. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon State! They push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Going up top on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.